Welcome back, and in this project here we created this model in our last video here. So I want us to continue and look at how we'll be closing this model. So we'll just go into our code here, and where we were at this register component here. So let's open our register component here. So in our register component here, let's go up, and in here I want to add an on click event. So this is, let's look at on click event here. So on click event, so something just like that. Also, let's add something of the sort, and then I'll say handle cross. This should be a function, so I'll be using arrow function here. So I'll just say const and then handle cross here, just something of the sort. And then because it's an arrow function here, I'll add it just like that, and then I'll say window, and then let's add window and then location here, and then let's reload. So let's reload. And what you can do also is that you can pass the prop to maybe something like, we can pass the event to the navbar or the featured, so that you will be able now to change the value of this. If it is true, you want to open the model, or if it is false. So let's go here in our navbar, and you can see here, because we are setting it to be true by default, that's why we are seeing it. But what we can do, let us by default not show it here, just like that. And then when you open this, so let's say when you click here, so this is another button of, let's say, getting notified. So what you'll do is that we can say handle open. So handle open here, just something of the sort. And then after that, now let's create that function here. Just say const handle open here, and then we can add it here just like that. And then let's add that function, and then I can say set register to true here, to true, something of the sort now. So we can add it just like that. So let's see how it will look, and then we continue from here. So let's see. And when it opens, so you can see now it doesn't show by default, but when you come here on the top right, when you click that, you can see we have it. We have our model here. So when you click on back home, your application will load, and then will come back to home here. I know there is a way that you can just pass the value for true or false from the register to the navbar, but I won't be doing that here. You can check, you can do it for yourself. It can be a good practice for you. So the other thing is that I want us to create now this here, this upcoming events here, this component here that will be holding also the events that we should have been having. So we'll be having, you can see here we have these cards here, and these cards, you can see they have this box shadow here, and you can see also they have this a circle here, a heart icon, and then this the name for the event, and then the date here. And here you can see like an overview of that event. So let's go back here, and in our code here, inside our component here, we'll be creating events component. So we call it events component. So events, just something of the sort. So this is an event. Also we'll be using, as usual, the shortcut that we usually use. And then the other thing is that we need to also import this from styles, although we have not created styles for the events component. So let's come here and import it here. So when we import it here, we need to click here, we'll just add events here. So we'll just add events there. And then the other thing is that now in here in our styles here, we now need to create that we need now to create that events dot module dot css, just something of the sort. So after that, now we can continue now, and then let's come here. So in here there are several stuff now, or we can just start to look at how we can create now our events. So to start with, I just want us to have a container that will be holding the entire component. So I'll just say class name, and then in here I'll just say styles. So I'll just say it is a styles dot container. So we'll be having that container, and then after that now we'll be having be having here as another div. So we have a div here, and this div here will be having we'll be calling it, we'll have a class name of, let's say, events header, events styles, I forgot, styles dot events, and then underscore header, just like that. And then after that now we'll have another div here, and this div now will hold the body, or we will be calling it class name. And then what we can add is styles, and then dot body here, so something of the sort. So dot body. So that's what we will be adding these two. And what I want to show you is that this here, let's scroll down, it is this one. So this is the header here, and this now is the body. So this is the events header, and this is the event body here. So let's go back in our code here. So the first thing that we need to have in our header here is the upcoming event. So I'll just say h3 here, and then I'll just say upcoming events, upcoming events, just like that. So the other thing is that now we go to the body. So I won't be adding the other thing in this header there, because we would be doing filters in our featured section. So I don't want to do the filtering here. So then again in our body here, we can start by adding events type. So we'll be having div here, and then I'll be adding here class name. So class name here, and then I'll be adding styles dot event type item here, something of the sort. And then after that now we'll be adding event. This is the structure of how one event will look like. So let me show you. So in here, if we come here, this is the event item. This one here is the event item. So this one is like one of these event here. This is an event item. So we need to structure it how we want. So let's come here, and the first thing that we should have in our event item, we need to have an image. So I'll just say div, and this div now here will have a class, name, and this class name here will have we call it styles, and then dot image, something of the sort, or event image. So let me add event underscore image here. So after that now, the other thing that we need to add inside here now is the image. So let me add image here. So I want to add emg here, and then I can add also this one here. And you can use either this image here or the default image tag for the HTML, or you can use image from the now the Next.js. So in here I can say src see this one here, and here I will be adding another party image. So after that, now I'll just say alt also here. So here I'll just add the alt element here, and I'll say no photo for now, no photo, just something of the sort. And then I'll be adding a class name here, and then a class name would just say styles, styles dot image. And then here we need to close here because it's a self-closing tag, something of the sort. Now after that, after the image, now the other thing that we need to have is we need to have an info. So I'll just say div, and then I'll just add it just like that. So let us give it a class, so a class name here, and I want to add class name as event. So event, what we need to add this, add it as event info. So event or styles, let me start with styles. Yeah, so this one here, so it is styles dot info, something of the sort now. And then inside this info here, we just have a span. This span here will just say like this one is let's say $20, something of the sort. So this one will be building circle out of it. After that, now we have a heart emoji or a heart icon. Let me call it heart icon. We'll be using React icons. So after that, now the other thing that we need to have, so we need to have after the info, we need to have now the description. So I'll just say div here, and inside here also I'll just say class name, and this class name here is just say styles and disk, or let's say description. And then inside description we need to have another div. This div will be holding the dates, so I'll just add a div here, and then I'll just say class name here, and this class name here I'll just say it is it has styles and dot date dot event underscore date. And also here I'll be adding several stuff. So I'll just say here this is h3, and h3 here I'll just say October. So this is October, and then after that I'll add another h3 heading, and here I'll just say October 12th. And then after that, now I will just be after now this if we have the dates, after the dates I'll just say also we have to have another div, and this div now will be holding the overview, so overview of our event. So I'll just add class name here, and this class name here will be calling this class name here the event underscore event dot events explanation, let's call it like just like that, explain, something of the sort. So after that, now here inside here we need to have also the heading for that event, and we can say London karaoke, something of the sort. Now after that, now inside here we'll have a span, and this span here I'll just add lorem ipsum text. So let's add it here, something of the sort. Now so we have structured our item. So now after this, what we can do is that we can format our code so that it looks good. So here you can see we have done with our item. So the other thing is that now we need to style. So to style, we need to go here into our events module. So let's do this. Let's go back and then let's go to how to style. So here in styling, we need to start with events header. So we just say events under header here, and then after that, what we need to do, we just say display flex here in the event header. So this is display flex. The other thing is that we need to have align items to be center, and justify content. Need to justify content to space between here. The other thing that we need to have is margin of 5% here. So after that, now let's go and then style events header and then h3, something of the sort now. And then here I can say font size to be 30 pixels, and then after that we need to have a font family of, let's say, Roboto. So remember, by default we are using Poppins font family, but you can specify now if you don't want it to use, we want to use another font family. Font weight, then we need to have 900, and then after that now we'll have a color, and this color here will be a #8a, and then we'll have 37, and then we'll have 58, something of the sort. So after that, now we need to style other things. So I'll just now start style the body, that is. So to style the body, we need to come here and I'll just say events and then dot body underscore body, that is here, because that is the class that we named the events body. So in here we need to have a margin, so a margin of 2% and 5%. So this is top, bottom, and then left, right, or right, left. And then the other thing is that we need to have display flex, because we need to have we need to arrange them in a row. And then the other thing is that we need to add align items to be center here. And then other thing is that we need to justify content and then space them evenly. So those are the events we want to arrange them like that. And then after that, now I'll just say flex wrap here to be wrap, something of the sort. And because I feel I need to show you what I'm doing right now, let me save first of all this, and then I'll just come here in the index here, and I will add here, events component, so that you'll be seeing what I'm doing in real time. So I'll just copy here and then copy this, and then because we want to show it, so here I'll just say actually, so this is events here, because this is, we have called it events inside our component here. And then here I'll just say this is events, so this is events, just something of the sort. So we need to add it here, events, something of the sort. Now after that, let me first of all format this, and then let's save, and then let's see how it looks here now. So let's see after it has load here. So let it load. You can see here at the bottom right we have a loading spinner. So after that, now it should display for us. So it's taking a lot of time and I don't know why. So let's see. So it has completed, and then I don't know why we are having this problem. and I think this is because of this heart here, because we don't have that. So I'll just go back here, and then after that I'll just say, what can I do here? So I'll just first of all, let me look at the heart in our item, not this one, so this here. So I'll just try and comment this, or what can I do? So let me remove it first of all. So I'll just say span here, and then say heart, something of the sort. So now the other thing that we need to have, so this is styles actually. So styles, so let's see if we will be having any problem. So it is saving, so let's see if, yeah, so right now you can see we don't have any other problem. So the other thing is that I need to add the image. So I'll just say Pixabay. This is where I get free images that you can use. So I just want to add, to look for an events image. So let's look here. So after we have looked for event image, so I don't know why it is not getting image. So so let's say event. So let's look at event, or something that relates to event. So after that, now here I don't know, let me look for a party. I think that will be more relevant. So party, and then let's see the images for that. So here we need to have like this one here. So I'll just this one is not free, so let's look at this one. Let's say this one. So let us open it. So when we open it, then we'll download it. So after that, so let me click here and then download, and then let's see, let's solve this. I'm not a robot. So after that, now also let's see, it is my internet is like, it is slow. So here we need to look for those capture. So this is, let's solve it here. It is saying select all images with a motorcycle. So let's do that, and then after a while, now let's download now. So for this image here, so what we'll do now, we need to rename it. Remember here, for the image we called it here, called it party.jpg. so let's open in here the image that we have downloaded. So after that, now come in the download here, and in download here I'll just say let us rename it. So when we rename it here, I can say it's a party here, party, just like that. So .jpg. So let me come here, and then let us paste it there. So we have that image now. So we can continue now in our events styling. So after that, now we need to now style other things. So for example, the item, so event underscore item, just like that. And then we just say here margin. First of all, need to have a margin of 3% here, and then 0%. And the other thing is that we need to have also the position relative, and then we need to also have a width of, let's say, 30%. And then we need to have height of, let's say, 50%. The other thing that we need to also have is box shadow, and for box shadow I want to paste it. So let me copy and then paste it here. So something of the sort, and then let's look at how our application look right now. So I have removed that. I think now it should be okay. So right now I removed the box. I've corrected the mistake, so it has lowered, and you can see here we are almost getting there. So this is here, you can see we have like this card here, and then let's continue. So I'll just add to styling. So the other thing is that we need to style on this image. So I'll just say object fit to be cover. The other thing is that we need to have a height of 50%, and we need to have a width also of 100%, 100%, 100%. And then the other thing is that we need to also have let's say width of 100%. And then let's just look for now the event underscore image, and then we'll be styling it. So here I just say it is position relative. So position relative here, and then after that we need to have a position relative, and then transition. I'll just say transition. So transition here, and I'll say all 1 second, and then is something of the sort. The other thing is that we need to also add a cursor pointer, just like that. So, and then let us see how the card now will look. So it is loading here, and then let us wait, and you can see there's no big change that has happened. So let's continue also to, and we can say if we want to if you want, for example, when you hover over this image, for it to be large, so we just add that, and then we just say transform, and then scale, and then 1.2, something of the sort, or 1.05. I don't want it to scale a lot. So the other thing is that now we can look at info. So info here, and then at the info here we can say position absolute, something of the sort. And then the other thing is that we can say top should be 20 pixels. So, and the other thing is that we need to have left, and then left will be also be 20 pixels. And then we need to have a z index, because we want that to be on top of everything. Z index, and the z index is 999 to be on top of everything. The other thing is that we need to say display flex, and then align items to be center, yeah. And then the other thing is that we need to justify content to be also space between now the card that is holding the events, and holding the price, and the heart icon. So I'll just say space evenly, something of the sort, or let's say space between. I think space between is okay. So space between. So, and here if we look at it now, we'll see the change. So yeah, you can see this is now relative, and right now we can't see the image, so we'll be looking at why the image is not working. So the other thing is that we need to now to do the styling for the span. So info, and then span that is holding the price. So I'll just say a background color. So a background color here. So background color here, we'll just copy a background color and then paste it because I don't want to type it. So here you can see this is 255, 255, 255, and this is transparent white. And then we can do the padding. Padding will be 15 pixels here. The other thing is that we need to have let's say font size of let's say 15 pixels. And then the other thing is that we need to have a font family of Roboto, something of the sort. And then we need to have a color of white here. And then we need to have also the font weight, a font weight of 900. And then we can say border radius should be 50%. And then the other thing is that we need to have let's say height of 100 pixels to width, and the width of 100 pixels. And then the other thing is that we need to have a display flex. And then the other items is align items to be center. So let's go back here, so center. And then the other thing is that we need to have justify content to be also center, something of the sort. So I'll be now, I think this is where now we'll end our video today, because I don't want it to be very long. So in the next video we are going to continue with styling, and also we'll be looking at why the image is not working. So let's first of all look at how it looks right now. So there is no much change. So this is what we'll be doing in the next video. So we'll see you in the next video, where we'll be looking now at adding the other events here. So let me see you in the next video.